What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Tearfing Crafts. Welcome back, you guys. Last week we did a video, more accurately, I did a video where I compared two different types of markers and then went on a long rant about one of the sets of markers, actually both sets of markers in some way, shape, or form, not having much to do with the markers themselves on either side. Both markers are really good. The first set of markers was my Spectrum Noir Illustrator markers from the Jazz's Pro Artist series box that I have used quite extensively. The other set of markers was the Azure markers that I picked up at Walmart for under 40 bucks, or right at like 45 bucks for both this and the package of grays that I got with it. That being said, during that video I also mentioned another type of markers that I had gotten that I was very much so displeased with. Now, my major complaints for both of those markers are in that first video, and I'll try, I cannot guarantee, but I will try to put it up on a card right there. And we'll see if it works. But this week we're going to go over the one instance where I use these markers. First of all, the markers in question are the Chroma Light markers, and I'm assuming from what I'm seeing that Chroma is the overall company. However, I went with the Chroma Light because they're a brush tip and because it was a vast array of colors. 216 markers specifically. Now, that being said, yeah, that's 216 markers plus a bag and a whole bunch of holders for the markers. I still have the markers. I don't like them, but I have them. At the $299 price tag for those, that means that each marker roughly comes out to $1.38 a marker. Now, as you're going to see throughout the tenure of this video, I'm not as happy with them. The initial portion of the video is going to be the image I drew that I ended up coloring with them, but I do want to at least show why I don't like them, rather than me just saying, these are bad, don't buy them. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get cracked down to the table, and we will look at the drawing and then go from there. Okay, so truthfully, there's not really a whole heap load to say here. The live chat, while doing this, decided they wanted me to draw Randall from Monsters Inc. as a Pokemon. Well, this being me, I can't just do that. So I decided, since Randall's based on a chameleon anyway, I would base him as an evolution to the Pokemon Kecleon. Going through the entire design process, there were a lot of things that I started doing and then changed, and then would go back, redo something, change something else, so on, so on. Most of that is because I own a chameleon. I know what they look like, and so I tried to keep true to the animal itself. But go ahead and strap in, and we'll check out the rest of the drawing. Well, hello. I would like to take a moment to have an awkward sponsor spot for today's not sponsor, Raise Energy. Now, I say not sponsor because they're not sponsoring this video. Sadly. I kind of wish they were. I really do. it would be so nice. It'd be oh so nice if if these people right here would sponsor the video or sponsor a video. The reason why is because it's a product I actually believe in. A couple years ago, cousin brought a bunch of them to the lake during a camp out in the middle of the summer. Come Saturday morning, I'm needing coffee and can't get any good coffee. So, my cousin throws me an energy drink. And at this point, I'm working overnights, so I'm used to living on energy drinks every day. This was the first time I had had an energy drink where I didn't. There were a lot of things that didn't happen that I was expecting. I was expecting to take a drink of it and it be overly sweet. Even for a sugar-free energy drink, I expected it to be overly sweet with that awkward throat kick that comes with every other energy drink that I have tried. And I don't know what it is that causes that. But, though, there are a vast array of sugar-free energy drinks, specifically sugar-free energy drinks that are intended for athletes. There is one major difference between other sugar-free energy drinks and Ray's energy drinks. Though other energy drinks have added electrolytes, added aminos, a variety of weird berries and other stuff that apparently only pop up in energy drinks. But as far as I'm aware, Ray's is the only company that adds a hydration formula to their energy drinks. So not only are they not overly sweet for a sugar-free energy drink, which shouldn't happen. If you're sugar-free, your sugar-free should not be sweeter than your normal energy drink. Doesn't make sense. Just my thoughts. However, they also have the added electrolytes and added aminos with the hydration boost. This is a massive plus, to me at least. Even still, I'm not working overnights all the time, but I still drink energy drinks. Mostly because I'm a hefty individual, and I don't have as much energy currently. Working on that. Not the point. On a serious note, if an energy drink like this seems like something that you would want to try, or if you're an athlete and you're looking for a different pre-workout or a different protein boost, or maybe you're a soccer mom and you just need a little extra boost on the go, or you work overnight security and you're needing extra energy to deal with extremely rude people, or you are, I don't know, working in the oil field like my cousin was, and you need that extra energy, check out Ray's Energy. I'm going to put the website up here, but the website is repsports.com, REPP sports.com. Then go ahead and look through their products, because not only do they have all of their stuff for athletes, not only do they have their energy drinks, they also have on-the-go packets that you can mix with bottles of water. They also have clothing and other merchandise, such as the mixer cups, which, if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen mine sitting on the table a couple times. But if you decide you want to buy something, when you go to checkout, in the discount codes, put in Snowman X to get a 15% discount on your order. And if nothing else, that should be enough to knock most of the tax and a little bit extra off of an order. Which is a big deal if you think about it, because that extra can add quite a chunk to an order. But now that my Oso
Wonderfully awkward.
promo spot is over, let's go ahead and go back down to the table and let's see exactly what it is that I don't like about the Chroma Light markers. Okay, so initially speaking, the markers didn't seem like they would be way too bad. Truthfully, as time progressed, is when I started to notice a lot of the issues that came about from it. I do have a vast array of colors to the markers. One of my major complaints is the shape and size of the marker. One of the things that I mentioned about the Azure markers and even the Spectrum Noir is the shape. These are very literally just straight round. One of the other issues I noticed once I started layering color on another color, it was roundabouts when I started layering that I realized that there was a lot of overbleed, and that overbleed was pretty bad. It was definitely a lot more irritating than I was hoping for. And truthfully, I was trying to keep the color scheming at least close to Kecleon, while incorporating some of the color scheming of the Hisuian Pokemon Overquill. And that meant doing a lot of purple, which I'm fine with. It's my favorite color. But I don't have it filmed in this. However, after all was said and done, I did have to go back and re-outline the piece itself in order to balance out how much bleed there was. I kind of wish I would have filmed it, but I didn't, and that was my fault. You'll also notice I added spots. That was a last minute change that was decided by the fan base. So there is that. However, I will discuss this a touch more at the end of the video. All right, there it is, you guys. Truthfully, even though I don't like the fact that the markers bled out so much, I did enjoy the way the piece ended up turning out looking. That being said, one of my major issues is still the shape of those markers and how badly they bleed through. After finishing the piece, I ended up not filming it for a couple of reasons. One was because I'm a dunce and forgot to hit record on the camera. The other reason is because I was actually on Discord with one of my D&D players working on things with her character that had gotten confused in a process of events. However, the shape alone is enough to make them uncomfortable and unyieldy. Recently, as in within the past 3 days, I ended up with 2 pencils. This one, which is a 2mm red Architect pencil, and this one, which is again a 2mm Architect mechanical pencil. Both of them are more comfortable to use than those markers, because those markers aren't much bigger around than these. And the octagonal, or not the octagonal, but the hexagonal shape to these isn't bulky. It's not uncomfortable. It actually ends up being fairly nice. Now, that being said, you guys may have seen this. This was my Zebra 0.5mm pencil. I still use this thing. I don't like how small and dainty it is. I don't like how uncomfortable it is, and so I'm constantly readjusting and repositioning it to where I can draw out finite lines and not be cramping in my hands trying to get used to it. So the round shapes really bugs me. This is a pen I carry at work every single day. Every day. And truthfully, I use it every single day, even though most of it's to write down notes for a game I'm working on. And here soon, I will discuss that on here and on my Facebook page. And I will drop the promo for that in just a moment. But after using a variety of different markers, honestly, even at $1.38 a piece, I'm not so big on the chroma. I don't know for sure if it's the mixed media paper, the markers, what, but as badly as they bleed, I was highly disappointed, because having to go back and re-outline it not once but twice is ridiculous. But that being said, someday in the future, I may try using them again. And when I do, it might end up being on maybe some blender card, or even some Bristol paper. I don't know how the Bristol will handle it. Then again, as thick as Bristol is, it might not be too bad, but we will see when that time comes. If you have liked this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you find out every time I post a new video. If you've done that and you want to help support the channel, come on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/TierFiendCrafts, spelled just like the channel. And look at our tiers list. I will be going in and refining them and readjusting them later on, but for right now, they're set at what they are. And then, if you've done that and you still want to see more content, come on over to Facebook, where every Thursday night at 9:45 p.m. we go live. At one point in time, we were going live twice a week. Had to readjust that so that I can film more content for you guys. that isn't stuff that I'm doing on my lives. But come on over to our Facebook page, Tierfiend Crafts, Handcrafted Arts and Gaming, and come join us for our lives. It's always fun having more people, expanding the conversations. But other than that, I will say, every single one of you, have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you all in the next one.